sent out here to seek, to find, to seek, kill, and destroy. All of you all. And so the bottom line is, we're on this new edition of Keeping It Real. On this, we're pre-recording the Sunday edition right here, y'all. So we say thank you for tuning in to the Heart of Gospel, KOKA 980 AM, 93.3 FM. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to this next hour. Again, as always, I'm your guy, Alvin Oliver. I got my dude, Lester Smith, on the side of me over here. We got Michael Williams over there. We got our other special guest in the building from the Real Talk Show and the Real News Behind the News. Listen, y'all, we had to bring in a whole team of people today because this is too critical of a time. Look, we got Linus Mays of the Real Talk. He's also the co-founder of the Keeping It Real radio broadcast along with me. All right, and so then we got that dude way over there in the corner. He's in deep thought. That's Real News Behind the News, Robert Thomas Jr. And guess why all us together, y'all? Because we do what the mantra of the show says. We keep it real, and we keep it real all the time. And we do what the mantra of his show says. We give you real talk. And then guess what else we do? We do what his show says. We bring you real news behind the news. But the only difference is we bring y'all real news behind the fake news. And we giving you, like Donald Trump says, all fake news. We bring you real news behind the real news. And that's what we do. So the bottom line is, y'all got to get your behinds out and vote. But again, back to that Pharaoh mentality, y'all. We living under that. We think that. And remember, we told y'all, we put these leaders up on a pedestal and we look up to them like they're some kind of celebrity, like they're God Almighty. But I'm here to tell y'all, I don't look up to none of them. I don't look up to none of them. They on the same playing field as me. And like I said about the men in leadership, these men put their pants on. Listen, Mike, the men put their pants on just like we do, unless y'all levitate. Why y'all levitate to get in your pants? Unless y'all a magician. Hold on, Rob. Unless y'all a magician or something, y'all put y'all pants on the same way we do. And y'all voters, remember this. These people not no celebrities. You understand? Greg Tom a human being. Tom Arsenault a human being just like you are. They work for you. You don't work for them. Are y'all calling them asking for votes, or are they reaching out to y'all? And see, here's the bottom line. We put celebrities on a pedestal like we supposed to worship them. Listen, only God is to be worshipped. Y'all put these preachers on a pedestal. Ask yourself this question. How does your preacher live? Does your preacher live in a $500,000 home?
Don't even live in your neighborhood.
Does your preacher drive a $500,000 vehicle? Are you a constant tither? And yeah, we know all the good tithing folk like myself and Mike and Lester and Mays. We say, hey, it's not our job to worry about what the preacher does with the money. It's God's job as long as we pay our tithes. Yeah, we gonna do that. But also, we also know, listen, you know you got electric bill due. You gonna go pay your electric bill, you gonna take that money to the church because the pastor told you so. Guess what? I'm gonna give mine to Swepco.
Because you gotta go through the deacon board.
And me and God gonna talk about that other thing.
Yeah, you gotta go through the deacon board and all that to get your electric bill paid.
Somebody asked me one time, they say, WWJD, what would Jesus do? I said,
oh no, I ain't electric bill. Jesus pays his electric bill.
But again, we under this Pharaoh mentality, y'all. We live in Shreveport. We put our leaders on a pedestal like they here and like we're here. When the reality is, guess what? They're supposed to put you on the pedestal and look up to you. They're supposed to be the servant, right? Remember when I ran, I said I'm a servant for all people. I put y'all here, I put y'all high, and I sat low. I'm here to serve y'all. So y'all need to know that. Next time if I decide to run for a state rep spot or the cattle commissioner seat next year, y'all need to realize who's really here to serve you. And remember, y'all, everybody that talks soft, and quiet, and act like they business or got a preacher collar on. Everybody that walk like that ain't for you. I don't care if they look like you. That's all you got to do. Listen, somebody who talk like me and him and him and him. These the ones, these us. We are the ones y'all need to be electing to put in leadership. Because guess what? Because we going to give you the real. We ain't going to give you the fake.
Now we going to fight. We going to fight.
And we going to fight.
We going to fight.
We already been out here fighting.
But can I just come in on your Pharaoh thing?
Come on, man.
See this Pharaoh thing is so good. I tell you, it's like a steak and potatoes. Because guess what? When God saw fit to set the Egyptians free, what did they do? When they got free, what they say?
At least we had
leeks and garlic. We ought to go back because we had bread over there.
We had leeks and garlic.
We got free.
My Lord.
And we wanted to go back into bondage. Same thing is happening today. We've been had this city, but now we want to give it back to the oppressor. So there's something wrong with the mindset of these so-called, I'm going to come to you next.
And the oppressor look like us.
He's looking like us.
He is us.
He is us.
The oppressor is us.
He is us. He ain't nobody. What they say, hey, ain't nobody different in this room. It is us. We are our own worst enemies. And if we, as people of color, I can't say what I want to say. This is a gospel station. So we got to hold our peace. But man, this is sickening to look at our conditions and then look at these three people lifting this white man up over another black man. But all the time you've been talking unity to us. So where's your unity now that you've been preaching to get to what you wanted? You talking unity. But now that you're no longer in a position to get it, you want to downplay unity and say, let's just do what we need to do so that I can keep my crumbs. See, we don't even want a slice of the pie. We want to settle for a crumb.
Even the dogs eat the crumbs.
Even the dogs get the crumbs. What's killing us. We're not getting our fair share. And I'm going to say one thing and we're going to sing around. We're going to get we're going to move this thing around the table so we all can get a say in. Come on. Come on.
And let me tell y'all that Pastor May said this, y'all. And this May speaking for May. He said, I'm 100% unapologetically black. Right? Lester, 100% unapologetically black. Mike, unapologetically black. Robert, unapologetically black. Well, guess what? I'm 100% unapologetically mixed race. Y'all got that?
We all mix. You ain't on the
when you looked at your mama and your daddy, you saw two black people. One of mine wasn't black.
Look at my nose. I'm just
like Tiger Woods. I'm Combo Nation.
I'm part of Caddo Indian.
So I just can't love black people. I love all people. I just don't go with what's Democrat or what's Republican or what's black or what's white. I go with what's right. I go with what's right for all people. So I want to make that clear here on this show, y'all. We not racist. We're not bashing white folk. I love white people. I'm half white. Y'all got that? And so bottom line is we got to vote for who's the best for our city. And y'all are the ones who gonna make it so. So stop sitting around. Y'all watching us. Y'all enjoy the show. We thank y'all for y'all support. But guess what? Go and support these candidates. Get out and go vote, man.
We're coming around. We're coming around.
All right, come on around. And the scripture says.
Come on, scripture.
And he came to his own. That was the first thing he did.
Yes, first thing you did.
And his own received him not. The Bible says he could with nobody else. The Bible says he came to his own.
People that look like his own city.
People that look like him. He came to his own, and his own received him not. Now we, all of us in here, we are mixed with something.
Some other as old folks say.
You got to understand this. Mike said it. Alvin said it. All of us have been saying it. It is not about skin. It's about sin.
Lord have mercy.
And because one group of people, do y'all realize that the Civil Rights Bill was signed in 1965?
Right, come on, man.
Black people, you only had this so-called freedom for only about 55, 56 years or more. You ain't had control for no time, but our problem is, like Alvin said, I said, and everybody around this panel said, we choose the wrong black people for leadership.
Yes, sir.
That's our biggest problem.
Constantly.
If we got a white boy that's gonna look out for the community as a whole, we ain't got no problem with that.
No, sir. Say it, man. I like that.
But what we need to understand, if you ain't did nothing while you was on the council,
now,
and then you got off the council and didn't do nothing for black folks, what make us think you gonna do something if you get Notoriously.
Yeah, get the higher seat.
You are not going to do anything. The work that we all do, we ain't doing it for popularity or fame. Listen, I said this on my Facebook earlier today. The sad reality of it is that, like Alvin said, we got too many black leaders in this city that supposed to be looking out for our best interest,
enrich themselves,
but they enriching themselves. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about Moortown, Queensboro, Allendale, Cooper Road, Lakeside, Stony Hill. They only care about
live on Cross Lake and Pine Road.
That's all they care about. But I'm gonna pass it on to Mike right quick. But I wanted to say this: we as black people, if you turn this city over to the control of the Republican Party or control of anybody else, it's all on you. Cedric Glover has never hold down a regular job in his life. If a man, I got on him when he was mayor and when he was city councilman, I say, if you won't fix your mama house, I know you ain't gonna do nothing for mine.
Come on, man.
His mama house was literally falling in.
But they're amazed if he ain't never held a job in his life.
He controlled by the
what in the world? Wait a minute, hold up. But who's that? Who does that say something about? If this man never held a job in his life and folks still made him mayor,
they did
2 terms.
They did.
Identity
What
politics.
does that say about them?
That says about
what that shows ignorance on our people's part.
That's it.
Stop being ignorant. And listen, ignorant don't mean you're stupid. It just means you're not informed.
You're not informed.
Go get informed, people.
Get a mic. Get a mic.
Let me just say, today is the day we set the captive free.
You won't even take your
I declare and decree today that the captive gonna be set free.
Come on, bro.
We're not gonna be in bondage. We're gonna be in freedom.
Come on.
In order to change our condition,
right,
we got to change our position.
That's it.
Because we've been in a ritual for too long.
Yeah.
We've been in a ritual for too long. We've been treated wrong for so long that we got comfortable with being treated wrong.
Yeah.
And now we're in a position to be treated right. And we don't want to be treated right. Alvin said it better. We want to still hold on to the politics of the past.
Yeah, Lord.
But this day is a new day, folks.
New day.
Yeah.
We have an obligation, a moral obligation, a civic obligation to create. God has gave us the opportunity to have not only divine justice,
come on, Mike, come on,
but he wanted to have justice for the people and improve the quality of life for our people by using this platform to recognize and make people aware and educate the power of the black vote.
My Lord, tell it, Mike.
The new defining movement, civil rights movement, our time is the black vote. Not only they mobilizing, they are polarizing.
My Lord.
Public intimidating, bullying them, and suppressing them. Say, if you vote, your vote will be taken away from you. So I just believe that we are here. We are empowered. It's our time now. This is a defining moment in history where we recognize that we got the power to bring about a change. We can allow 3 modern-day lynchman Negroes, black folks, to represent the majority of the black people. Those are their views, not ours.
That's it.
They don't represent the majority. They represent the minority group of people.
That's it.
They're codependent and depend on white folk to allow them to eat, to allow them to have a job, to allow them to be able to speak. When you write, you don't need a whole lot of people standing with you because God gonna stand with you. Right. If God be for you, no matter who's against you.
That's right.
And we've been, like I said, we've been picked out and picked on for so long. That we believe it's okay to be picked out, be picked on. We got to continue to fight. We got to continue to do what's right. Continue to, regardless of who gonna be staying with us. If we stand alone, we still got to keep it right. Dr. King said it best. We can't be in love with humanity. We can't be in love with money, but we got to be in love with people. We got to love people regardless of color, race, or sex, or nationality, where they come from. And policy does matter. They have casualties, consequences for the election.
Yes, sir.
If you don't go and vote, it's gonna be your problem in the future. Why we don't get the things that we get because you too lazy. Walking around worrying about your lipstick, your eyelid, your wig, and your weed, and your alcohol, and your drinking, and your skirt. What you go wear Saturday, smoking dope and weed, and having sex with every tall dick and Harry, and you too lazy to get up and go. And some people died and lost their life, and you have the right to vote. And they're crying from the grave. They're crying from the grave. The power brokers in this room. People in this room, the people in the room, this keeping it real. what's your show
Real
called?
Talk.
Real Talk Radio.
Real news.
We are the new what that radio station over there? They got Kia Radio.
Yeah.
We the new KTBS channel 12 and 6.
There you go.
We come from social media, keep it real to counter, to flip the script and change the narrative when you get all that propaganda that's flowing in your Facebook page and on your Instagram. Look, folks, the reality is we are in power. And we need to recognize that and move forward and vote for Senator Greg Tarver for the next mayor of our city.
Please. Yes.
And do not listen to Kook, Cluck, and Claim. Do not listen to the black Sambo Negro. That what Malcolm X said.
That's
black
right.
folks, let me be specific because I want to put a disclaimer out there. I don't want nobody to sue me for what I said. That's right. And I don't want Facebook to cut us off because they will.
Yeah.
It's a technical problem. But to this day, people, we have the power to make a change in this community. It's not about white. It's not about that. It's not about it is about party and it is about race. In a perfect world, people vote on. I like to see today we don't vote on party, racial line, but the reality is we do. They vote Democrat and they vote Republican. They vote black and they vote white. If they've been doing it for years, let's not stop. That's good for the gander. It's good for the goose.
We just been born that way.
That's it.
The only thing I want to say is why should I look up to somebody looking down on me? I mean, these people looking down on us because they got on these nice ties, these nice suits, and shiny shoes. But we are we ain't talking about it. We just But first of all, going back to something y'all said, Jesus said a prophet has no honor in his own home. Meaning they gonna look at us like, that's Mary boy. I remember he used to get drunk. But they don't realize that what I used to do. I cannot go forward looking up to a Negro that's looking down on me, because I gotta look forward to our future. Ain't no love in the heart. Now guess what? This is what they want to tell you. This is what they want us to believe, y'all. They want us to believe that slavery and racism in Freeport is a past thing. But guess what? My mama, who's alive right now, couldn't drink out the same water fountain as them same other white people. So I'm not looking at it as a black or white thing. I'm looking at it as a reality thing. Again, my mama couldn't drink out the water fountains that white folk drank out of here in Freeport. That ain't ancient history. That's recent history. So what we got now is a water fountain that's flowing that black folk can't drink out of because you got gatekeepers with them 3 people that just came out and did what they did. Them 3 gatekeepers are telling you, now, Negro, you can't drink out this water fountain. This Uncle Tom water fountain. You're going to
get us in trouble.
You're going to get us in trouble with Uncle Tom. So this how I go. That's all I really want to say. But most important, let me say this. Black people, white people, everybody. When you go out and vote on the 10th, and already early voting is showing that Negroes ain't coming out to vote.
They ain't moving.
The Negroes ain't moving. Now, guess what happens? Yeah, but guess what happens now? I'm going to be real. Voting is really the first step. Once we get, whoever get in that office, we got to start holding people accountable. You can't just go out there and vote for somebody and act like your job is done, and then they go down there in city council and don't do a goddamn thing for you. You gotta go. That's one reason why, y'all, they don't want that city council meeting at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. They don't want it on a Saturday because they know you will be down there shutting it down, voicing your opinion. So they put it at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock while you at work.
And the reality is, y'all, you know, the city council meetings should be later. At a later time. Because the fact of the matter is, y'all, the city council meetings take place at 3 o'clock when everybody's still at work. Some folks go in from 6 to 2, 7 to 3, but give folks time to get off work and make those city council meetings. I think Greg or Tom, whichever one of you all is elected, should get with the city council and mandate that those city council meetings start at about 6 o'clock. You know, because most folk do get off at 5 p.m. and they can make it over there for 6. It ain't like we live in some metropolis where our traffic is backed up for tens of miles like Dallas, Fort Worth or something like that. But the bottom line is, folks, listen, you know, this is the Keeping It Real radio broadcast. This is the Real Talk. Real news behind the news. Just all of us joined in here today to show some unity. And again, we want to tell y'all that we're not here to bash anybody. And listen, for some of you, my white friends that tuned in, and you might think to yourself, woo, them dudes going in. Listen, we go in on this show. We don't sit back, sit quietly on our thumbs like these conservative talk radio shows. You know, maybe like our friends Mike and Aaron over there on Kill. They do their thing how they do it. You know, we have a demographic over here. Listen, y'all gonna be able to see us pretty soon on Spotify and other streaming platforms. You know, we're trying to grow this platform, but the bottom line is, y'all, we keep it real. We don't know no other way to give it to you. I can't listen. I can sit behind this screen. See, y'all only see me from the torso up. I can put on a bow tie, but I can be something else. You know, you don't know what I got on below the waist. And so my point is, in saying that, I can pretend from the neck up to be somebody. But I can, from the neck up, I can be somebody. What I say out of my mouth. But from the heart down, I can be somebody else. And the bottom line is, you can't see what's in a person's heart. You hear what comes out of their mouth. But out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak, right? And so the bottom line is, listen, people, we live in a democracy, a free will democracy. You're gonna vote for who you want to vote for. Or somebody tell Archie Hall I'm on the radio. You're gonna vote for who you want to vote for. We can't tell you who to vote for. We can tell you to make it count. Okay, Robert Bruchon, we see you. Robert Bruchon, y'all, he was a Levette Fuller person. A lot of you all were. You know, it is what it is. You gonna support who you support.
That's right.
We telling you who we support. Again, this ain't about Tom. This ain't about Greg per se. But this is about what some think is a betrayal to the Democrat Party.
Sellout.
A sellout to the Democrat Party.
That's right. And the black people.
But the oxymoron is,
look at that. Big word.
is that you didn't want these same sellouts to sell you out when y'all ran.
Right.
You understand?
They ain't even vote for it.
And so that doesn't make any sense to us now.
Right.
You understand? And so it's very ironic that y'all come in here and say, vote for us, vote for me.
Right.
Cedric Glover, the word is that you talking about running for Greg's seat.
That's why.
That you want that Senate seat.
Right.
You know, but y'all got to look at, let's give y'all a quick playbook on who the power brokers is.
Right.
Mike, swing around here.
Get the power broker.
Let's swing tight, Lester.
Come the power broker.
Let us give y'all the background on who the power brokers is, because a lot of y'all don't know. I'm trying to. Okay, Lester, you there? Mike, you there? The bottom line is, a lot of y'all have heard the name Lynn Braggs. Lynn Braggs is one of the biggest power brokers in the city, right?
Right.
Lynn Braggs is one of the men that stood behind Adrian Perkins.
Cedric Glover.
Yeah, Cedric Glover and Ollie. You know, I heard in the wind that when Adrian Perkins first came on the scene, right? And y'all know how the story goes. Somehow or another, Adrian and Theron and all of them met up in California. They had a get together. I ain't gonna even tell them who told the story, but that's how some of my friends came to meet Adrian. They met in California, and they were discussing a plan for him to become the mayor of Shreveport. Supposedly, he was communicating with one of Greg's daughters, and Greg introduced him to some people, right? And so Lynn Braggs got behind him, Whitehorn got behind him, Tarver got behind him, and they got the people they knew to get behind him, right? So these are power brokers. Make no mistake. For those who think Whitehorn ain't a power broker, Whitehorn is a power broker. Yes, Whitehorn, and here's another thing. Let me give y'all another, if you didn't know. Whitehorn, Tarver, and Braggs are all neighbors on the north end of Shreveport, out there on the water. They live in an exclusive area. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm just showing y'all the playbook, the power brokers, right? So, when whatever happened between Tarver and Perkins, they parted ways, right? So Tarver went one way, Perkins went this way with Braggs. Perkins went that way with Whitehorn and all these folks, right? And so it is what it is. It was what it was. And so Adrian running the city. Greg is the most well-known senator in the state of Louisiana, particularly in the black community, in North, probably in all of Louisiana. And all he's been down there probably longer than any senator in Louisiana right now. And so he's very well known. And so for whatever the reasons are, y'all, I like to use this term, Maeve. The Bible dynamic. What we tell y'all is rumor, innuendo, what we heard through the grapevine, and everybody knows once it start with Lester, come to me, come to him, and Lester gonna tell it different than how he got it. I'm gonna tell it different. Mike gonna tell. So by the time it get to the end, the story done changed 20 different times. Is what I'm saying. So, but the bottom line is, at the end of the day, these black Democrats, Ollie Tyler, Adrian Perkins, sitting mayor, no less. Adrian used to tell us when we would sit in the room with Adrian, y'all. Jane Green said this. Jane Green said this. Jane Green, you watching, and I know you're watching right there at the ranch. We know you're watching because you told us you're watching. Watch this, y'all. Jane Green said this from his mouth to my ears, to Mike's ears, and to Lester. He said, Al, we vote black. We vote black. That's when I was running for council. I said, well, I can't vote for what's black. I got to vote for what's right. And the bottom line is this, y'all. Jane Green said Adrian votes black. Well, they want us to vote on everything black.
You can't do that.
Right? But now Arsenal done got in the race, and now they're all telling you to vote for what's white.
Right.
I ain't say they said vote for what's right.
Right.
They said vote for what's white.
Right.
You understand? Why? And again, this is nothing against Arsenal. We ain't even talking about Arsenal, y'all. We talking about the party switch.
Right.
We talking about them telling y'all what to do and what not to do. But the bottom line is, y'all need to use y'all own judgment. Yes. Don't let anybody tell you how to vote. We ain't telling you how to vote. We telling you to go vote. We telling you who we endorsing.
Right.
And that's not an endorsement from Alpha Media or this radio station.
Right.
You understand? I'm telling you, Alvin Albert. I don't speak for Mays, Mike, Lester, or Robert. I speak for Alvin.
That's it.
I'm gonna endorse Greg.
And then Alvin, if listen, y'all, how serious this really is. It's about a hostile takeover. If you don't get District B, if you don't get District E, if you get the mayoral seat taken over, that means now the Republican Party rules the agenda. Okay? That's just the bottom line. If you want it that way, then let it be that way. But the fact of the matter is, it's critical that we get out and vote. Michael Williams have said it, I've said it, Mr. Lester have said it, Keeping It Real have said it. If you don't get out and vote, and you put these people in office, then it's no fault but your own. You had the right man for District E. We know that.
Real tough.
So whether you voted for Levette Fuller is no longer in the conversation no more, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
The people that ran for mayor are no longer in the conversation. A friend of mine told me, old preacher told me years ago, he said, Reverend Mays, he said, the one thing about digging a ditch, he said, just make sure you ain't the one to fall in it. So I understood what he was saying, because the bottom line is, these people have dug ditches down through the years by leaving other people behind. I'm like Alvin, I don't have a prejudice bone in my body. Listen, y'all, the reason why we said we are unapologetically black, because we black folks talking about black folks. We don't excuse nobody. We got, if you check our DNA, we got more black in us than we do anything else, because you're gonna have one more dominant gene than the other. So irregardless to, I got white in my family. I mean, I didn't invite it in, it just came in. But the bottom line is that we got to understand whether the person is white or black, whether he's Jew or Gentile. It does not matter. The fact of the matter is, Alvin said it, it's about right. It's about doing what's right. And if you don't get out and vote, and this Republican Donald Trump party, so this is to Cedric, this is to Ollie, this is to James Green, this is to Tabitha Taylor. I'm going to be waiting to see, because Trump has announced he gonna run again.
Right.
I want to see is y'all gonna go out and publicly endorse Donald Trump for the president of the United States, because you say you're endorsing the Republican Party, and when you endorse their party, you have taken on their agenda. So if you're taking on their agenda and have endorsed their party, then Cedric, I know you were sweating the last time, but we're gonna make you sweat harder, big boy. The bottom line is, because you were sweating so hard, you're trying your best to get that lie out.
Yeah.
You know, roll with it,
Right.
because something has been promised to these people. And Michael has said it, I've said it, Real News Behind the News and Alvin have said it, and Lester have said it. A white wannabe is more dangerous than a white himself.
And May,
And
when
these people wanna be that.
Cedric Glover was talking on the press conference for Tom the other day,
Yeah.
Cedric kept holding his phone.
Yeah.
See, when you speaking the truth, you ain't got to type it in your phone.
You sure ain't.
It's just gonna roll out.
That's it.
It's the lies that you gotta try to remember,
Let me just
Mike.
say this. Wait. Keep it in order.
Yeah.
Mike, go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Look here. I just want to say, we're having fun. We're having a lot of fun here. But the main thing, this is a serious matter.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We need to put all things aside, and as a people, we need to get to the poll and vote.
Well, you
And
said
we're
it.
saying vote for Gregory
Tarver.
Tarver.
Greg Tarver.
If you hadn't voted in the early voting, vote for Gregory Tarver on the 10th, especially because we need Greg in that seat. Now, let me say this. We as a people, we can sit here, you know, we haven't, you know, what we're doing here, but we got to see the urgency of this. We are about to give our city back to the people that for years we fought, bled, and died to get it back from.
What would Harry Blake say?
Now we're going to sit here with an opportunity to go up 4-3 on the council. We're going to give it back to the oppressor again. But we want to say, we as a people, we're striving, we're making progress. We're going backwards. We are going backwards, because this should not even be in the scenario today.
Right.
Whether or not we got a white Republican mayor running for the seat in a majority black city, 65% of the population. But we got to fight to get a black man elected in a 65% African American population. Something is wrong with that picture. And I'm going to say this to you. We are in the predicament that we're in because we sit on our butts, want everybody to like us. How can anybody like us when we don't like ourselves? Because if we liked ourselves or cared anything about ourselves or the conditions and situations in our community, we will come together as a people. But we all know what the problem are. So why can't we come together and work together to resolve these issues? I'll tell you why. Because we're too busy wanting to be loved by somebody who don't love us. Until we love ourselves, ain't no love. We just got through singing the song.
Yeah.
Not only is there no love in the city, there's no love in us as a people.
My Lord.
Because if we did, we don't even love God.
My Lord.
Because God teaches us love is love. You don't pick who you love because it's the right thing to do.
It's the right
And
thing to
we
do.
just find more reason than any not to love. So I'm
What
saying
about these people with these titles, though? We keep giving them titles.
we give them titles, and you know what? All they want is a title. They don't want to do the work. They want the title. They're not interested in doing the work. And when somebody come along, I'm not going to beat nobody's drum, but I'm going to speak truth to power.
That's it.
Mike is in the predicament that he's in because he recognized how to play a game that other people taught him how to play, or he observed it from other people.
Right.
He realized that there's monies down here that I'm not taking nobody's money. This money is allocated and designated for my people.
That's right.
So I got a right to go in and get this money for my people.
That's it.
But
I would
when
look at him
you
different if he didn't go and get it.
when you do that, you put a bullseye
On
on
your
your back. And guess what? A coward is not going to do anything that's going to cause resistance or problems. And these same
We
people,
gonna tell you, he was a part
these
of it.
same people that we're talking about,
Cedric was a part of it.
they was a part of the diabolical plot
Go ahead.
to take this a person that's in this position where the money is and know how to go in and get what his
And let me
people
jump in
were
one second.
entitled to. Come on, Al.
Michael Williams, y'all check this out.
Tell it.
And I'm going to show y'all how Negroes do.
Yeah,
Right.
come on.
Michael Williams
Helped all of them.
have done more as a commissioner
Yeah, the preachers
than
and everything.
any of those on the city council has done for this city, than any on the commission has
Sure
done
have.
for this city,
We ain't
right?
got nothing
Michael
since.
Williams did that,
He
right?
did.
But then guess what? They saw that he was getting money from the criminal justice fund,
Right.
And so they got upset about that,
Yes,
right? They said he did this and he did that,
Right.
and so to get him up out of there, what they do? They arrested him, right?
Bogus charges.
They made him go do 9 months for something they said he done.
Right.
Then turn around, the court said there was no victim, but gave him money. Well, yeah, the city wasn't a victim. The city wasn't a victim. The parish wasn't a victim. Michael Williams was a victim. But guess what? When the white folks charged him, and I say white folks meaning the white establishment, the judicial system, when they put that stigma on him, guess what we did? Guess what Pharaoh Negroes did? We fell under that spell, and we jumped on and attached ourselves to the stigma that they put on Michael Williams. But we have so many of you fake wannabes, wanna act like you're part of what's happening in the city when you don't have a clue about what you're talking about. Y'all jump along and y'all say Mike did this and Mike did that. Well, go pull up the paperwork. Y'all don't know what he did or what he didn't do. But think about it. He could have been. He was the modern day Robin Hood. He was taking from them and giving it to the black community. He gave to these black programs. Guess what? Now we have black program. Ask Carla Bunn. She's got Compassion for Life. She have hell trying to get money from the city council. Ask these other people around here about these non-profits. They have natural hell trying to get money from the commission or the city council. You know why? Because people on the commission and on the city council, they want to give the money to who they want to give it to. And a lot of the times, it's their friends. Y'all understand that?
In case y'all don't know, let me shut it down and let Lester go ahead. In case y'all didn't know, I was in the courtroom along with Mr. Lester and some other people, and they said to all of us and said to Michael Williams that there's no victim, but they're going to be a victim today.
You're going to be the victim.
What? You're going to be the victim today. Those were the exact words. Go pull the record up. Yeah. But we so quick, when somebody condemn our people, allowing them, and they got to be the truth, when they try to do the dirt to us, all of them was involved in bringing down a brother, and then look how crime spiked up. Look how the murder spiked up. Look at
and a lot of people ask the question, Mike.
Yes, sir,
a lot of people ask the question.
A
lot of people ask the question. They say, well, if he didn't do it and they gave him his money back, why didn't they overturn it? Well, let me tell you why they ain't overturn it.
Because he gonna sue him.
If he went and did 9 months in a federal prison, and they said, you think they gonna publicly say we wrongly jailed this man, we sent him to prison, we wrongly convicted him?
They ain't gonna do that.
They probably gonna have to drop a few million, but we know the government has unlimited resources. They can do it. They just don't want to do it. How many times have y'all seen? Listen, everybody that go to prison ain't guilty. There are hundreds of thousands of people that's sitting in prison right now that's not guilty, but for various reasons. You got crooked DAs. Listen, y'all remember when the boy was in Angola who not long died?
Glenn Ford.
Marty Stroud helped convict that man. Marty came forward and said he participated. He admitted that Glenn was wrongfully convicted. He went. They did the docuseries. He went down to Angola. He saw Glenn before he died. He asked Glenn to forgive him. Glenn told him he couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
Glenn told him he couldn't.
My life.
And Glenn, that man spent his life
33 years.
Angola.
33
and
years.
then he came out, and when he came out, y'all, he died of cancer.
33
but
years.
Man didn't get to live
That's the only
life.
reason why they let him out.
So people, my point is, people do things for nefarious reasons, right? Nefarious reasons. They put that man right there in prison. But guess what? Watch this here. Let me tell y'all something. Just in case y'all don't know.
Look at
See, we go with folks by these titles, right? Doctors, lawyers. Oh, he's a doctor. This. Oh, he's a lawyer. Well, let me tell you what. It's a lot of them in prison. There's a lot of doctors in prison for malpractice, fraud. It's a lot of attorneys in there in federal prison. It's a lot of real estate moguls in there. Listen, federal prison got more professional people in there than they do have lay people. Do y'all understand that? And so the bottom line is, titles don't make people. You understand? Money don't make people. The Bible also tells you, God says in the book, I think it's Micah or Malachi, he says, God will not acquit the guilty. So my point is, if you're guilty, your crime gonna go forward. Don't mean you won't be forgiven. Just mean you're gonna be punished at some point. But the bottom line is, the other point I just said was, there are a lot of innocent people in prison. But guess why? Guess what? One guy said to one preacher said to the inmates one day. He said, a lot of y'all are not in prison for your current crime. He said, you're in prison for the things that you did in your past that you didn't get caught for back then. In other words, the chicken come home to roost. Your past has come to catch up with you. And so there are a lot of innocent people, and I guarantee you, show me one person in the whole entire world.
My Lord.
I don't care if you're the highest bishop of the archdiocese. I don't care if you're the pope. I don't care who you are. Show me one person in the entire world that don't have somebody that they love that ain't either in prison or been to prison.
And Alvin,
And just because you're not, just because you haven't been, don't make you no better than somebody that been. That boy right there, let me aim the camera, done did more for this city of Shreveport than Tabitha, James, Grayson, John, any city council person. He's given more to this city than anybody that sit on that cattle commission. And if they say that he hasn't, I'm telling you, y'all, they lying through their teeth.
Let me finish up. Now, and then I'm gonna give it to Mike. But we had during the same time that Michael was persecuted, we had a white guy directed, engineered $7.5 million for Elio Motors. 7.5 million for Elio Motors. Now this is during the same time, same time frame. But Michael go to jail for $2,000. Allegedly.
Of his own money.
Now, here this white guy took, John Escadade took $7.5 million, engineered the deal.
Allegedly.
He allegedly engineered the deal for the $7.5 million for Elio Motors. Nobody got a job.
We didn't see the bicycle come out.
Didn't even see nothing come out to the deal. But there was no investigation. Okay, nothing happened, but there was no investigation. But guess what color he was?
White. One Glover involved.
Well, Mike, what's your saying? He who controls the money do what?
One Glover involved.
Okay,
but I just want to say one other thing. And then when Michael did what he did, being that I'm part of Swag Nation, I know the inside scoop. Here comes Thibodeau. Say, if you just accept these charges, black man who taking his money from the parish and giving it to black people, and we don't like that, but it's okay to take 7.5 million and give it to a white guy.
Right.
But if you take these crumbs and you giving these crumbs to black people,
we got a problem.
We got a problem.
So give them the whole point of what we're talking about.
If you accept these, if you resign, we don't have to worry about you taking no more of our money.
Right.
This will go away.
The bottom line is sometimes it's us who hurt us. Mike,
come on, Mike. Take us out. Close us out.
Well, ain't time to close out. We got 30 minutes.
We got 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I just want to say that I'm humbled by these remarks by these disciples.
15 minutes.
Disciples who I never knew what they was about to say, but to allow people to stand up for you is a awesome responsibility time like these, because people don't stand up for people no more.
They don't.
Whatever the white media say, whatever Sheriff Prater say, or others say, is like God is speaking. But I just want to thank God for a lot of people don't know my story, but you see the glory. What God has done. I even I went to Sheriff Prater and I forgave him for what he did, even though he orchestrated and manufactured a plot against God's people. I have to do the right thing and ask for forgiveness. So election have consequences. You're not willing to die or go to jail or lose your life. Don't get in politics. It ain't a fair meeting. It ain't a prayer meeting. It's a bad meeting. And when you go and start
clicks,
and when you start redirecting that money, when you start redirecting those historical contracts been with people for 40 and 50 years. And when you start redirecting the money to go to the resource to improve the quality of life for your community, you got a target on your back, and you're not part of the clique of the establishment of the good old boy network. You operate outside the network. You're not part of any team, and you're independent by yourself. And you open yourself up, you're going to get targeted. You're going to come down. But God going to put you right back up. God, look at the bounce back that came in my life. Look where I'm at now. I will continue to do what I know is right, regardless of black or white. We're going to do what's right. We're going to stand up for what is right. And to see these men that stood up for me and said what they said today, I'm humble, and it's honor and a privilege, and it brought tears to my eyes.
You don't have to be humble.
Because I never knew one day this was going to have this conversation. Yeah. God used this conversation because what we're going on now, the same that we're going to experience if we don't get out and go vote in this election.
That's what we're talking about.
It's going to be business as usual. The same old people get the same old result, the same old contract, the same old resource, the same old neglect, the same old disrespect we're going to have from now on until we get some God-fearing men and women off, because there's a lot of corruption going on in Shreveport. And we're saying today that now that we have the opportunity to control the budget, those that control the goal, make the rules. Get it in your head, people. The resources that have been bypassed in our community, the community that's been neglected and look like third world country, look like people that have no hope, no help, despair, it continue to be like that. But now we have an opportunity to have prosperity in our community. We have to reap the benefits of all the hard labor and all the fights and all the battles that's been going on. And we appreciate these men around this horseshoe here, standing up for, speaking up for me, because they know what type of heart I have. And I'm not going to change, regardless of what they do to me. I'm going to stay on the battlefield for the Lord.
And we don't care. And listen,
we're going to pick our friends.
We also known as the click busters.
That's right.
Click busters. See, we going to bust up them clicks.
Yeah.
And let me tell y'all something. I told y'all when I ran for city council that my life wasn't going to change one way or another, because I ain't bought or bossed by any of them. I funded my own campaign, right?
That's right.
And so I said that to say this. They knew that they couldn't boss me. You got a lot of clicks. Listen, I can tell y'all who the click sitting down there right now. But guess what? We like to take a little bit of credit, if it ain't but that much, for busting up this clique. There was the Adrian Perkins clique. Who was part of Adrian's clique? I love Adrian. We love you, little bro. Yeah, but you got a clique going. Tabitha, the queen of your clique. Jerry Bowman was in your clique. James Green. Jane Green, part of your clique. You understand? And that was your clique. And you know, Whitehorn was steering the ship. I love Whitehorn, man. Mad respect for Whitehorn. Nothing but utmost respect for Whitehorn. But if we gonna put truth to power and keep it real, that was the clique, man. Ron Latier ran the city. Whitehorn ran the city. Adrian, you was the cheerleader. But Tabitha and James and Jerry, they all had their input. Why the other folks, Levette and Grayson and John Nicholson was over there. You see what I'm saying? Having their discussion over there. And sadly, they had the late great James Fleury in the middle. So he was torn a lot. You see what I'm saying? And they put him in a position where it was like, who you friends with the most, James?
That's what they did.
And then sometimes he sided with fork-tongued serpent Willie Bradford. He sided with that fork-tongued serpent a lot. But even when he should have. You know, y'all just remember, Willie Bradford, y'all, when he was up on the city council, he fooled all y'all up on the Cooper Road. Didn't he fool y'all? All y'all up on the Cooper Road. Remember when Willie Bradford told y'all that those projects that they were trying to put up there, he said, that's affordable housing. That's affordable housing. It's not going to be another peach tree. It's not going to be another project. It's not. And them people said, Willie Bradford, we want you out of here. Craig Lee tried to speak up for you, Willie Bradford. They told Craig Lee, get up out of here with that beanie hat on your head. Robert Thomas tried to speak up for you. But guess what? The people told you to get up out of here.
Now, they ain't tell me that because I realized what was going on. I realized because I don't care who you are. I'm going to go against you.
Willie Bradford, in my opinion, I don't speak for them. Willie Bradford, a fork-tongued serpent. He loved to kiss rings. He was kissing the ring of Adrian. When he saw Adrian's ship sinking, he did like Tarzan. He got off that tree, and he swung to the Tarver tree. Now he kissing Tarver's ring. And guarantee y'all mark my word, if Tarver don't win this election, Tarzan gonna get on the next rope and he gonna swing to the arsenal tree. Watch the fork-tongued serpent, Willie Bradford. And let me tell y'all this. Watch for those that's sitting that sat in Adrian's clique, and watch how many of them go try to swing off Tarver's tree. You understand? What you gonna say about that, Tabitha? What you gonna say about that, James? See, these people, and I'm calling them out, y'all, because they were friends to me, but they turned out to be Benedict Arnold traitors that did this here. Stuck me. Y'all see what I'm doing? They stuck me in the back. They stuck me in the back. You know what I'm saying? They said, Alvin, we don't come out and endorse city council candidates. But when they got mad at me, they taking a picture with Alan Jackson. Well, it's all good. And so we call out, we speak truth to power. Listen, support is shown where support is given.
That's it.
They only show support for you if you're a part of their clique. If they think they can control you.
That's what they want.
Let me tell y'all, I've seen it firsthand. Tabitha sure enough control her some James Green.
Oh, I know.
Tabitha controlled James Green, and she tried to control everybody else. But y'all ain't gonna control Alvin Oliver.
That's it.
Nobody gonna control me. Only the voters would tell me what to do. You understand? And that's why, maybe that's why they all, enough of them talked against me, you know, to get me out of that runoff. But guess what? Be clear, Alan Jackson didn't move me out the runoff. Tony Nations got me out the runoff. Why?
Right.
All Tony Nations had to do was be a white Republican, and folks went and got up and voted.
He was at the press conference the other day.
And that's what's going to happen in this election right here. Black folk, y'all got to get up and go vote. We ain't finna go and talk about Tabitha and James no more. We done said enough. We just want y'all to be mindful at the next election. Y'all let both of them walk in this time. Y'all let them walk in. Walk in.
Yeah.
Walk in.
Right.
James don't live in no more town. Y'all know that. Everybody know that.
What the lady say on the thing?
James live up off that Pines and Buncombe Road area. Everybody knows that.
Woman said it on the line
You know
the
what
other
I'm
night.
And then over in District B, y'all, let's
don't be crazy. Y'all listen.
Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah, you're right.
We got to support this woman here, man.
Marvis, Gary Brooks, you're a nice man.
Yeah, but you're a
I got to
Republican.
give my support
But you're a Republican.
to
Marvis, man.
Marvis, Thig Penn Hughes, Eddie's Restaurant. Matter of fact, we going there and leave there. We finna go over there and we gonna go over there and patronize and support. Listen, y'all got to support Marvis over Gary Brooks.
That's it.
Listen, we like Ursula Bowman, but if we vote for Ursula, we get more of Jerry Bowman. And so for over there, y'all, I'm gonna have to go with Derek Henderson.
Me too. I'm
going
with
with Derek.
I
Who
gotta
you
go
going
with
with?
Derek. I gotta go with Derek.
Come on, man.
Ursula.
He say he going with Ursula, but we can't do it.
I gave him my word.
Well, your word, they ain't gave you your word. They ain't gave y'all your word.
Robert Thomas.
They Jane Green people. But anyway, bottom line, and also, who y'all going for over in District E?
In District E, I'm undecided because the person that I was backing didn't get it. The person that should have got it didn't get it. So I'm staying neutral on that.
Best man don't always get the job, and it's still up in the air over there in District E, y'all. But all thing we telling y'all, listen. A lot of people told me years ago when we used to go down there, Mace, and stand up for Tabitha and stand up for James. And Robert Bruchon, you know you watching. The People's Promise used to get on Tabitha Taylor's behind down there. Carla Collins used to get on Tabitha Taylor behind down there. And Tabitha and them would ask us to come down there and stand with them in solidarity with them. And we did that.
Picking up trash and everything.
We did that. Yep. You know, Tabitha was like my little sister. But let me tell y'all, if that little sister of y'all don't come from your same blood, you can't trust her. You understand me? Because as soon as my back was turned, she cut my throat. You understand? When they saw that they had Jackson in there, like they was his puppet masters, then they cut me in the throat. They say, we don't need this Negro right here. We got Jackson, so we gonna cut Oliver's throat. And that's what they did. So support is shown where support is given. Where support is given to me, I reciprocate that support. And what anybody can tell you that's been a friend to me, I'm a lifelong friend. I'm a loyal friend. I'm going to stick with you to the end. So many people said, Oliver, get rid of Michael Williams. Get rid of Lester Smith. I said, I ain't getting rid of nobody. I take a page out of Mays Street. That man right there, y'all know what he said? I use his mantra. He said, don't nobody pick the tree I sit under. Don't nobody choose the lemonade I drank. Can't nobody pick my friends for me. Because guess what, y'all? When I was stomping that pavement out there from sun up to sundown, guess what? Michael Williams was with me. Lester got sick. Lester couldn't go out there no more. Mays was with me. Robert Thomas Jr. was with me. And all of my young boys was with me. The young bulls that we trying to keep from being a doggone statistic around here. Y'all see what I'm saying? And so the bottom line is, support those who support you.
That's it.
Stop putting these
Be
cliques
loyal.
in office.
Be loyal.
Stop putting these cliques in. We clique busters. And we gonna and listen, first we gonna call on you. Then second we gonna call you out. And that's the bottom line. Y'all ain't no loyalty in politics, ain't no friends in politics. Willie Bradford said this, Michael Williams says this. He said they're supposed to be. Right. No permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interests.
That's it.
So remember, there are no real friends in politics. If they wasn't friends with you when you came to the dance, guess what? They'll swing like Tarzan and jump from tree to tree. And the real bottom line is, y'all, excuse me for saying this word on live radio. Sometimes politicians are, I'm going to spell it, WHORES. They're prostitutes. They prostitute themselves to the highest bidder. A lot of them are there for photo opportunities.
That's what they're there for.
A lot of them, every time you saw Perkins up there, you saw the city council. Y'all didn't need to be there every time Perkins was there. They were there for a photo op. But they want to smile at y'all. They smile for the camera.
That's it.
They
pose
smile
for the
in your
camera,
face,
and they ain't doing crap for you, talking behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Robert, tell me what you want. Come on, Robert.
All I'm going to simply say is this. Black people, you have 3 entities right now in this house. You got Real Talk Radio, Keeping It Real Radio, and Real News Behind the News. When y'all going to start listening to us and stop listening to these folks on this TV, brainwashing you with propaganda? Because again, not try to toot Michael William horn, but when that all went down, guess what? Channel 3, Channel 12, Channel 6 tried to persecute him. Guess what? I was the only person. I had just started the Real News Behind News. That man came to me and said, this is what's going on. I actually did investigation. I say, what? How y'all gonna do this? But when black people spoke up for a black man, other black people were watching twerking videos. Now y'all go watch them white folks tell y'all what to do. They'll tell y'all what to do because, again, they got a pretty black lady with nice breasts or whatever on that TV. And that's what you're looking at. You're captivated. You're bewildered. You're actually bewitched. Because entertainment is a form of bewitching. They're going to bewitch you because they got bright lights and all that. But here you got 3 black dudes under bright lights, but nobody wants to get the sunshine on them. So my whole thing is this. Going back to what y'all said. Nathan Rothschild, I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 people that watching this video will not understand who that man is. But Nathan Rothschild owns your banking system. You know what he said? He said, I could care less who runs the country as long as I control the money. That man said, as long as I control the money, I don't care who runs the country. And that's what it is. But what we finna, I'm closing out. I'm finna close it out, man. Let y'all go. But again, black people, you got 3 entities: Real Talk Radio, Real News Behind the News, and Keeping It Real. Y'all listen to us. If you really want, even if you don't believe us, just listen to us and give us a chance. Y'all giving white folks a chance every day on TV. Every day, y'all look at them, and then y'all say, I can't believe that Negro said that. It's not about white and black. With me, I'm going to be real. I can't be racist because I love fornicating with white women. I'm going to just be real.
Wow.
I should have said that, but I'm just
we can't, and listen, we're going to stop that right there because we can't say that on this radio. We can't say that type of stuff, man. Right. But so, y'all, Robert's word is his own. No opinion of ours.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with him, but I'm just saying.
That.
So nobody here is racist.
Hey, listen, when those people supported what came against him, but they supported the other people that they say stole millions. But that's another story for another time. Listen, y'all, we thank y'all for joining us for this election edition of Keeping It Real here on KOKA, the Heart of Gospel, 980 AM, 93.3 FM. Listen, this show is going to be airing on the Sunday broadcast, and starting next week, you're going to see us on every Tuesday from 11 to 12, and every Wednesday every Thursday. You're going to see us Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 12. So y'all tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody else and bring somebody to the show. Y'all share this broadcast. We're going to be starting the podcast soon. And y'all, we thank y'all for joining us. We love y'all. And until next week, we'll see you next time here on Keeping It Real. We out this joint.
We out of here. Enjoy it, you guys.
Enjoy y'all.
Y'all go vote.
Yeah.
Go vote.
Please go
We're gonna
vote.
have y'all make sure y'all tune in, y'all, because we getting Greg Tarver in here, and we gonna get Tom Marshall.
We're gonna get Greg in here
You
first.
want to
Okay.
put on
Now, we're
pre-record
gonna
the
let
show
them
while
figure
we
out
here?
how they want to come in.
You want to do
Whichever,
that?
we
care
don't
how you wanna
dictate
do
their
it.
schedules. Their
No.
schedules gonna dictate which
stop
one
this
comes
one,
in
though.
first. So
I'm
we
about to stop
appreciate
this
y'all
one.
for tuning in, right? We love y'all. We out of
Hey,
here.
we
Y'all
gonna-
stay tuned
y'all gonna
because
let-
the next show that's finna come up right now
we
on
finna kick
Linus
it.
Mays' page is gonna be